Welcome to Cavs World Travels. If you could hit that subscribe button and help support the channel, that'd be very much appreciated. Give the video a like and hit that bell button for notifications. I hope you enjoyed the video.
The Al-Sakab Fort, Al-Ruqyat Fort, Al-Fariha Fort, and Oliver Eliasson sculpture. And there is Al-Jumail, a bonded village, Al-Arish, a bonded village.
Yeah. And also at all the back.
Yeah. There is no more people, only the pole you can see. This is the town.
So my name is Nasik and welcome to Zubara city. So this is all Zubara city. So I'll be just giving an explanation about the city and then we'll be moving inside. Yeah. So Al Zubara in Arabic means it's sand deposits, mounds of sands. So you can see around here there are a lot of sand deposits over here. So this area, like this city, was once a biggest trading city in the region during 17th, 18th and 19th century. But now it's completely under the sand, completely ruins under the sand. So you can see here there is a boundary wall over here. So this boundary wall is protecting this whole 60 hectares of city. So the city is like completely 60 hectares and there will be more than 6,000 people living inside the city from 17th and 18th century. But there was a lot of attacks happening from the neighboring countries and also from different tribes located here. So due to the attacks, these people have to completely move away from here and the city was like completely abandoned. So there were two main attacks. Once it was in 1811, which was attacked by the Omani forces and they completely fired up the city. So from 1760s to 1811, this was the biggest trading city. From like all over the world has come here for various trades in Al Zubara. Like from the East, India, China, Japan, and also a lot of European countries, Britain, and also Egypt. There are a lot of countries have been visited Zubara at a point of time for various trades actually. So it was a biggest trading city and it was very important for the region actually. And after the 1811 attack, the all people they completely evacuated the city and it was like completely abandoned. But after a few years later, again there was a resettlement by a few world divers. And you can see here, this is the main boundary wall. So what is this? So this is like 2.5 kilometers from sea to sea. So this boundary wall was protecting the whole city from the land attacks, which was done by normally the Saudis was attacking from the land and Oman was attacking from the sea and also from the land. So to protect the land attack, they built this 2.5 kilometers boundary wall with watchtowers. So you can see here, this is the watchtower, and that is the watchtower, that is the watchtower. So there are like 21 watchtowers on the boundary wall. So in each watchtower there will be a soldier or security to protect the land attacks. And it was so once these people, the world divers, again when they came for the resettlement, there was no walls here. It was completely damaged. So again, they need a wall, boundary wall for protecting their area. So for that, they built an inner wall. So you can see here, this is an inner wall, which was built by the pearl divers for the resettlement. So they built the inner wall and they started making stone buildings, and again they started the pearl diving, fishing, and also a few trading. but it was not a big trading city after the 1811 attack. It was like the scale was down actually. And for the drinking water, they didn't have a drinking water well inside the city even before the attack. So for that, they had a fort over there. They had a well over there. So this well was a very old well, and when these people formed this town in 1760s, these people took the control of the well from the local tribes, and they built a fort across this well to protect the well. And this fort was acting as a defensive point for the Zubara city. So every attack was first coming to the Murad fort and then to the Zubara city. So if you go to the Murad fort now, it's completely out of records. There's nothing you can see, any trace of the fort, nothing you can see. You can just see the shape of the well, but the well also, it's completely covered with sand. That's it. So pre-settlement, even these people, they need the well. So for that, actually, before the attack, there was a wall to the well, a safe passage, but even this wall was completely restricted. So how do they take the drinking water? So for that, they built a canal from here to the Murad fort. A man-made canal was built to transport the drinking water. So when this canal, now you can see only from an aerial view. It's completely covered inside. There's a photograph inside the fort actually. So, but after, at the end of the 19th century, again there was constant attacks in this area, and also the trading was very less. So the people started slowly moving away from this place, and by the end of the 19th century, it was completely abandoned. So from 80 or 85 or 8090s, it was completely abandoned up to date. And what happened is, due to the sandstone present in this area, the whole city got completely buried under the sand. Even this house, everything was under the sand before. So the excavation started from 1980s by the local Qatari archaeologists. In 1980 there was an excavation. In 2002 there was another excavation, a small excavation, and the main excavation took place from 2009 to 2014, which was done by the Qatar Museum archaeologists, and the research and the scientific works were done by the University of Copenhagen under the supervision of the UNESCO. And this city got inscribed in the UNESCO World Heritage List in the year 2013, and currently this is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. And also you can see a fencing for this whole area actually. So this whole fencing is to protect this area actually, because 400 or 500 years back, even this place was occupied with people, with tents and huts, even this place. But they didn't have much stone buildings, so there is no point of excavating here. So that's why currently they are not going for any excavation in the site, but they have kept it as a buffer zone. They have completely protected the area. But now only the excavations which is happening is inside this boundary wall. So you can see here, this is the boundary wall. So inside this, only the excavations are happening. So from 2009 to 2014 excavations, they have received a lot of ceramics, metals, woods. So after studying these metals, woods and ceramics, everything, we came to know which all countries have traded with Zubara. So that's how India, China, Japan, a lot of countries, Britain, a lot of European countries, everyone was coming to Zubara. And also it was completely tax-free at the time. So that was the main reason everyone was attracted towards Zubara. And the shoot which was done during this 5 years, and also a 3D laser scan was done for the whole city. After that, we have got this complete mapping of the city. This whole mapping was done during that time, from 2009 to 2014. And also they have estimated like there are more than 200 or 250 houses inside the city. So it was a very big town. And also you can see here, this boardwalk, it's very new. It is built in 2018 or 2019. And this boardwalk is following the streets of all Zubara city. So you can just imagine the urban planning which was done in the 17th and 18th century. And it is following a right angle. The streets were following a right angle. So you can see here, from there it's right angle, from there it's a right angle, from there it's a right angle. So we don't know the exact reason why they had followed a right angle, but it was a right angle street actually. So the urban planning, the organization, the boundary walls, the watchtower, even in the beach side, in the seaside, they had a beach fort. So this was a beach fort to protect the attacks of the seaside. So the whole thing was completely protected, but because of the constant attack from the neighboring countries, from the foreign countries, from the pirates, these people, they couldn't sustain inside the city for more than 120 or 150 years. So that is the history of Zubara. So currently you can see here there are some conservation works happening. There is an excavation works happening inside. So only during the winter season they do all these works here, because the summer it's very difficult to work here. It's like 50-55 degrees Celsius.
That's one every day.
over here, this is a watchtower. So this watchtower is to protect this house. So only for this house. So you can see how big a watchtower is for a house, for a single house. And we assume, like we believe there was a cannon above this watchtower. And we have a southern palace at the end. So for this southern palace, they have 4 watchtowers. Each watchtower at each corner. Yeah. But for the southern palace, we have only completed excavation for maybe 1/4 of the whole house, whole palace. 3/4 again, it's under the sun. So move on.
So artifacts here? Or only
Yeah, a
stuff?
lot of artifacts. So all the artifacts excavated from here is currently in National Museum.
Okay.
So if you visit National Museum, you
Yeah.
can see a lot of things from it.
I was there yesterday.
Yeah, so you might, there's a special section called Zubara itself.
Yes.
So-
I remember it.
Yeah, in the ground floor.
Okay.
And over this is a big house. It is just one house. So from that corner until this corner is just one house, and it was a multi-storied building. So it was 2 floors.
First block of flats.
Yeah, so that's what I say. These people were so much richer, and they made the money mainly from the pearls, actually, by selling pearls. So we believe this house was one of the house of the pearl merchant, because we have received a pearl storage box from this house, and also we have received a lot of ceramics. And in the ground floor itself, they have more than 83 rooms, including the courtyards. So this was a courtyard house. So if you go around the Arabian Peninsula, you can see all the houses at that time were like courtyard houses. So there is 2 main reasons for the courtyard houses during those periods. One is to control the temperature inside. So you can see here, there is a courtyard surrounded by rooms, courtyard surrounded by rooms, courtyard surrounded by rooms. So if you have a courtyard, all these rooms will be roofed, but the courtyard will be open. So if you have an open courtyard, there will be some air circulation, and this air will be passing through the rooms, surrounding rooms. So that was the main purpose of the courtyard houses. And also, if you notice the surrounding rooms, the window sills will be at a lower level to take in this air inside the rooms. So that's why even in the fort, you can see the window sills are at a lower level. That was the main purpose of these courtyard houses. And also, they are like big family, big joint families. So like father and his children, small children will be living in one courtyard, and his married child and his family will be living in another courtyard, and his other married child and family will be living in another courtyard. So that was the main purpose of these big courtyard houses. The courtyards. So there were 10 courtyard for these houses. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So except this 10 courtyard, everything was roofed. So for the roofing, yeah. So you can import the bamboo sticks from the African countries or from India. So only this roofing material was imported for the construction. All other construction material was locally available. And also this the bamboo sticks, it was a bit expensive, but they had a long lifespan. So they could use it for more than 80-85 years. Because normally at that period, it was mainly because of the attacks. They were not completely living permanently in one area. They used to shift their houses. So when they are shifting their houses, they can take this bamboo sticks along with them. And other construction materials, you can see here, there are 4 different types of stones. One is the beach stone, which was normally available from the coral area. And other is 3 different types of limestones, again, which was locally available from GCC area and also from Dukan area, something like that. So it was also locally available. And for the plastering, if you can notice on the plastering works, you can see the seashells on the plastering. So they break the seashells and they mix it with mud and lime for the plastering purpose. So that was the plastering materials. Even now, we cannot use any form of cement or concrete inside the city because it's a strict UNESCO guideline. In a UNESCO site, we are not permitted to use any sort of new construction materials or new construction methods. So still they are following the olden materials and olden construction methods, procedures.
Yeah, look at all the dirt.
So it's rotating. The dirt actually is coming from the sea. So each 3 months when we have tides, it's low tide today. During high tide, you can see the water on the sea. During 18th century in that area. So you can see a big line over there. So somewhere over there was the port actually. So all the ships coming from the outside countries, they used to anchor over there. Because this side you can see it's very shallow. So it was not possible to come here. So every ships, they used to go over there actually. And this was the place where they used to go for the pearl diving. So the pearl diving is a very dangerous job, but these people, they made the main money completely from the pearls actually. So there is an active season for the pearling. So summer season is selected as the active pearling season. So there is a reason why they selected the summer season. So during the winter, these people, they have to dive in 50 to 20 meters deep sea. So during the winter, it's very difficult to go 50 to 20 meter deep sea because it will be super cool inside. So when they select the summer season, it might be a bit hot inside the deep water. So that's the main reason they selected the summer season for the pearl diving. There was no scuba diving, there was no oxygen mask, nothing was available at the time. So they just had is a nose plug. So you can see on the nose there will be a plug. So they clip the nose plug on the nose, and from the boat they will be holding a diving stone. So you can see here, this is the diving stone. So they hold this diving stone on the leg and they jump into the sea. And they have to go 50 to 20 meter deep sea to collect these oysters. So once they reach the deep sea, they remove the diving stone and then start collecting the oysters inside the basket in 2 minutes, because they have to hold their breath for this 2 to 3 minutes. Have to go down, collect oysters, everything in 2 to 3 minutes they have to complete. So once they are done, they just pull the basket. So there will be helper inside the boat to pull him up. So that was the procedure. But it was very difficult because they're going 15 meter deep sea, holding their breath for 2 to 3 minutes. It's very difficult. And the second thing is, from the same boat, there will be like 3 to 4 divers diving simultaneously. So there are chances of the ropes getting tangled between. So not all man who has gone for the pearl diving has come back. A lot of men has lost their lives inside the sea. A lot of men has some lungs problem because of the pressure inside the sea. So it was very difficult. But it was the backbone of the economy for the Middle East region actually. So these people, they were like forced to go for the pearl diving, and also the food habit was like very less. They used to eat very less food actually. So they start after the sunrise. There's a prayer. So after the prayer, they will be having a breakfast. The breakfast means 3 or 4 dates with a coffee. That's the breakfast. And for the lunch, they will be having few dates finished. And for the dinner, they will be having a fish rice meal if they get the fish from the sea. So like 3 to 4 months, they will be completely inside the sea. So if they go in June, they will be coming back in October or November. 3 to 4 months, they will be completely spending inside the sea. So for the dinner, if they get a fish, they have a fish rice meal. On the rice, they pour the date syrup and they'll be having a fish. So it's a combination of sweet and spice, and in Arabic, it's called muhammar ma'asamak. So this was the main dish for these people. And until midnight, again, they will be opening the shells, and after midnight, they go for sleep, and then again, after the sunrise, they will be again starting this same act. But there was a big problem. If they collect some 5,000 oysters, then they might get only 1 pearl from this. So the outcome was very less. So for that, one pearl diver has to dive 55 or 60 times in a day. So after 10 diving itself, he will be completely exhausted. So he comes back to the boat and he will start opening the shells that we got. And there will be like 4 to 5 additional people. These people will go for the diving. So it was like a shift job. So they will not be simply sitting, like from morning until the sunset, they will be like completely working, either pearl diving or opening the pearls or opening the oysters. And there will be a singer in each ship, and this singer will be continuously singing some Arabic songs to keep these people engaged in work and make them relaxed. So that is the main purpose of the singer. So in each boat there will be a singer. He's called Naham in Arabic. So and also these people, they don't eat these oysters actually, because in order to open this easily, they have to dry it up. Like it has to be rotten. So they keep it for rotting, and once it's rot, they cannot eat it. But once it's rot, it's very easy to open. So that was the main purpose of making it dry. And after 1 or 1.5 months, there will be a pearl trader. This pearl trader will come in this one small boat, and he'll be going to each and every boat inside the sea. Like there will be like hundreds of boats inside the sea during the pearling season. Each and every boat, and this pearl diver will collect the pearls from the owner or captains of the ship. And this pearl diver was the middleman who takes his pearls to sell it either to China or to India. Mainly, it was taken to China or to India from this side, and he used to sell it. And by 1920s or 1925, 1930s, Japan, they introduced the cultured pearl. The demand for this pearl, and by 1940, 1945, the petroleum or the gas was invented in the region. So they gradually moved from the pearl to the petroleum, and currently there is no more pearl trading happening here in the region. But there are few pearl traders who do the pearl diving in Qatar areas just for like an adventure or some hobby, something like that. But there's no pearl diving happening.
And first they drop, and they, with the help of this, they collect the pearl oyster. And you can see there was, now we have all the facilities for scuba diving and all that. It was only the clip to cover their nose.
And how deep would they dive?
14 to 15 meter deep.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's the process of how they collect the oysters and the pearls.
90 seconds
Mm.
for the young diver. And each diver from the sunrise to sunset, the ratio was 40 to 60 times. They dive and collect the oyster.
Thank you so much for watching the latest video. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to hit that subscribe button and help support the channel. Give the video a like and hit that bell button for notifications. I'll see you on the